we got my brother larrymo from DC, sitting in the cut. Larrymo, you ready, big bro? Bring him up if Larry's ready. And we're gonna talk. And you could come in at any time. So we can show the difference in the men's prison and the women's prison. You know. Uh, so Big Mo,
What's up, good looking?
how you doing, Big Mo? Thank you for being patient.
I'm lounging, man. I'm lounging, man. You know me, man. I'm lounging.
Mm.
What's happening?
That was the beautiful Aisha Hall, movie star, book writer, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Ex
I like.
gangster,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
but a
like the
beautiful
compliment.
woman,
Yeah,
creative and intelligent, you
yeah. I
know?
like to compliment her on all her accomplishments.
Okay,
That's
okay.
how it go. She
Yeah.
stood up and stood out. You know what I mean?
hmm Okay. All right.
So
So,
what's up
Mo,
with you though?
I just wanted them to understand. I just wanted them to understand what it was like as far as in the men's prison, like how they sent it out west and all that. When we met up on each other at work, tell them how that whole environment was and how it's broken down in cars. You know what I mean?
Well,
And let them know what cars are, because I'm sure they don't know what they are. You know?
I mean, a lot of us, we don't really, deal with the car thing. You know what I mean? Because we all men.
No, no, not you.
Everything is, on the feds, everything is, geographical.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got DC here, and you might got New York there. People from all over the world, different states and stuff. You know how that go. You know what I mean? So, the administration done got it like that. Oh, this car, this car, this car. But
Mm-hmm.
but we don't never categorize ourselves as, oh, this our car, this and this and this and that. Now we don't do that. You know
But
what I
that's
mean?
why I was cutting you
That's
off.
administration.
I,
That's the administration work. You know what I
no, I
mean?
want you to explain to them that's listening, what is the call? When we're saying call, explain to them how the administration orchestrated this call and what is a call. Because they don't know because they was never in there. You know what I mean? They
Oh,
thinking of a Bentley.
what they consider cars is like, if you from DC, you a car. If you from New York, you a car. Or if you from Jablip, you consider the car. You can be from California, you consider the car. You know what I mean. That's just how that is. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on wherever you from, they're gonna consider you a cop. You
Mm-hmm.
can be Mexicans, or whatever it is, they're gonna consider it a cop. But that's administration thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you see what he said? So to break it down a little further, you know what I mean? The way the
Right,
feds work is they put everything together and they label it cars. You know what I mean?
right,
So you
right,
got two group of people. You know what I mean? Three really. You got blacks, Spanish, and white. But they
That's
done took that and took the blacks and like Larry Moe said, would take this the New York guy, that's one car, that's the DC car. You know what I mean? That's such and such. They break it all up. You understand what I'm
right,
saying? And then
right,
they turn around and then they take the Spanish guys and they break them down into Netas, Latin Kings, Serenos. You know what I mean? And you know how it go. But now you take those four groups that I just said there, and these four groups over here, that's eight that they made out of two. Then they get the white guys, and they got the area brotherhood, they got the dirty south, they got the this, they got the that, and they turn the
right,
three races into so
right,
many different numbers. But by having those different numbers, it's easier to control the races. You know what I
right,
mean?
right, right,
By them doing that now, if something happened with somebody from DC, they don't have to worry about all the black guys. All they got to do is worry about the guys they categorize as DC guys. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
nine
yeah,
times out of 10,
yeah.
if
I
something
mean
happens, they don't know what happened, they're going to
I
blame it on
mean
the DC guy.
that
You
just
know?
that just
Right,
that
wrong,
that
Larry Moe.
that's just how that go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, like in the feds or wherever where they at. We all from DC, so we pretty much gonna stick together regardless.
there you
You know
go.
what I mean? So they always categorize DC as this, DC is that. We all men at the end of the day. You know what I
Tell them
mean? It
again.
is it is what it is, and we gonna stick together as a whole. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And like we gonna always say we hated by many, but we respected by all. That's
Tell them
just what
again.
it is. You
And
know what
that's
I
why
mean?
you
So
need.
we handle our own. We gonna help our own. Just like the message they gonna support their people. We gonna support ours. That's just how it go.
You
You know
know?
what I mean? Ain't no air in that. That just
Eh,
that
eh,
just that's just what that is. You know what I mean?
But see, but now, just so everybody understand, you got men and boys amongst the cars or the groups or races of many, whatever title you want to put on it. You know what I mean? I say that to say that, you know, he's a strong representative and love his city to the heart, as everyone else love their city to the heart. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, even though he loved his city like that to the heart, he's still a man because I'm from New York. I was out in California with him. You know what I mean? And
Right.
we got him, Larry Moe. You know, we got Minx, we got Antone White. You know what I mean? We got Mighty Dwight Foster. You know what I mean? That Titus. You know the rest of the names. We had everybody out there. Those are all DC guys I'm naming. But those are men. You know what I mean? That accepted me as a man and didn't say, "Oh, he's from New York, so I don't mess with him." You know what I mean? And all that. But that's how the men do. You know what I mean? Y'all
Right.
can say
See,
something
it
else.
goes like you know. I mean, you have men everywhere. It ain't only just in DC. You know, you got men all over the world. I mean, man
Mm-hmm.
gonna carry himself how he's supposed to carry himself, regardless. You know what I mean? So regardless of where you from, if you a man and you carry yourself like a man, you gonna get treated as a man.
Exactly.
Like you say when we was out at war,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where we met at.
Yeah.
You know, you carried yourself like a gentleman, like you supposed to, you know what I mean? And we had other men that was out there too. We had Antone White, we had LA, we had Mario's, you know, all the good men that was out there.
Exactly.
All of them that was out there. So, you know, I mean, long as you carry yourself as a man, regardless of where you from, a man gonna treat you like a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Even though everything be geographical, it is what it is as far as that. But man gonna respect man regardless of where you from. That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And you
You,
know you done been there. You know you done been around us and all that. And you know how pretty much how we curved amongst men. You know what I mean? Men gonna be men regardless. You feel what I'm saying?
and that's the whole point that I wanted you to speak to be the voice to let it be known that they got men out there. Because I
Huh?
watched a few joints on a couple of these things, and you know, I don't like nobody saying nothing against my brother. You know what I mean? If I know it's not true, you know what I mean? We ain't got to get no names and nothing like that. But I'm just letting it be known that I know good men out of DC, and
Right,
that's why I brought one of them up, and I'm gonna bring a few more of them, and we're gonna give it to brothers over in Detroit and all that. We got good
right.
brothers over there. We got Flex and all that from over there, G. You know what I mean? I just ain't want to say no names, but you know what I mean? I mean, we all over the globe, so you know how we do. You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
you, Slim. I
Because
feel you,
like you
Slim.
said, we do what we do, man. You know?
I
But
feel you. I feel you. I
no,
feel
no,
you.
right or wrong though, son. Am I
I
saying
feel
something
you.
wrong?
And I mean, you right about that. That just how that go.
You know, but
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
and that's what I want them to understand because like when I was in ADX, you know what I mean? I was a young man. I just come in the system. It's back in 96, 95. You know
Right,
what I mean? Your
right,
big homie David Ford was there. What's that? Rest in peace. I don't even think about the dead. My brother dead. I don't say all that. But rest
right,
in peace to the big homie Dave. You know what I mean? Then
right,
they
right,
closed along and they sent the homie over there. You
right,
know what I mean? And,
right,
and you know, those is men, man. I was around men of honor that made my 26 years feel, worth it for everything that I was doing while I'm watching many things coming in that's taking the other way, that we know is against the code. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Mo. You watched when they started bringing people in, you know what I mean? That started cooperating. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? You know? I mean, you was there, I was there. You know what I mean? We seen it. You know what I mean? And we had to let it be because that's what it is. All we care about is us being official and us keeping our honor and our respect. We don't worry about what the next person do. You know what I mean? As
See,
long as they stay in their lane, you know what I mean? We're gonna stay in our lane.
see a
You know what
lot
I
of
mean?
things. See a lot of things that a lot of things that people don't understand is like, whatever take place, behind the walls. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and, and it's a lot of things that go on behind the walls that a lot of people don't, agree with or whatever it may be. But I don't look at nobody no less of a man. That don't take
Mm-hmm.
nothing. That don't take nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? You are who you are. Long as you
Mm-hmm.
carry yourself like a man, that's just what it is, and you don't sacrifice none of your principles as a
Mm-hmm.
man. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? You're gonna be respected as such. You
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
that's on everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's on everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how that goes. And I mean, and it's a lot of dudes who that who come through them systems and on the streets they somebody they think they somebody on the streets and what have you, but when they come to jail, it's a different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
All them dudes who with names and this and this and this and that, reputation don't precede nothing. Once you come through them doors, it be a total different ball game.
Totally
Man
different.
gonna respect man regardless. Just like you got a lot of dudes that's supposed to be so blooded thorough dudes, they done turn rats now. You know what I mean? So now, shit, would I supposed to still respect them as such? Nah, it don't work like that. Cause once you come through them gates, it's a whole different ball game. And a lot of them guys, they done been around a lot of us. They you know what I mean? They done been around a lot of us. Look, they done been around a lot of us. Ain't no question. They done been around, so they pretty much know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
All right. Okay. Hey, Mo.
Huh?
She mentioned about the female staff being walked out, and
Huh?
most of it is from them having sex with the women. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I
uh,
heard it.
uh, uh,
Yeah, I heard
you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I heard
that was all the way proper. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right.
we gonna bring her in. There she go. We gonna bring her in because I want her to
Okay.
hear
Hey, how
how
you
it go
doing,
down
Miss
with us.
Hall? All right. All right.
See,
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Yeah, I'm glad you bring
they
me in
want
because
the guys want to say hi to you.
all right, Miss Hall, how you doing, Miss
Hall? Pretty little thing now. Pretty
What's
little
up?
thing. Bye.
all right, that's DC love,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah.
You know,
But
that's
yeah, I
DC
wanted to
love.
ask him a
You know,
question because
but like I said, go ahead, go. You was getting ready to say something. Excuse me.
oh, you can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
can
can hear
hear
you
you.
perfect. Yeah,
Okay, well,
perfect.
I
Aisha
wanted to
was getting ready to
ask
say
him,
something. Go ahead,
right?
Aisha.
A lot of times, the women in prison is always the first thing any guy wants to know about is about, the gay shit or whatever. But like I said, the girls that came in on the level that I came in, the girls that was getting big money. I mean, I met girls that have moved more weight than some guy that I've met in my entire life. You know
Mm.
what I mean? They can be slicker. They can sometimes bypass law enforcement easier. They be more thorough. I want to like really get guys' perspective as to why so many women in prison, they baby fathers, dudes, they flipped on them. I never seen flipping on the level that I seen until I got in the feds. And I seen people flipping on their sisters, their moms, they daughters. Crazy. And it's
Mm.
like when I was at MDC, it's men and women there, right? So, they bring the mail bag up. The men's mail bag looks like Santa Claus. The
Mm-hmm.
woman's mail bag looks like a deflated balloon. It's nothing in there. You go into
Oh
the
yeah.
visiting room, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta excuse me, it's baby mamas, girlfriends, wives, mothers, everybody there. But I did the first 2 years at MDC with the same 7 girls that went on a visit out of 100 that was in my unit. But it's 80 dudes on a visit, you know what I mean? But it's 10 girls on a visit. So why is it that the men don't hold the girls down the way the girls hold the dudes down?
Mm.
It's everywhere. Any woman you ask,
No, see,
like what's up with that? Speak
see,
to
it
that.
ain't. See, it's not all guys. It's the type of guys that they dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
See, all men is different.
Very
all
true.
all
Very
men is
true.
not the same. So it depends. It depends on what the type of guy that you dealing with. Now that's just like for men. If you go to jail and your woman ain't really doing what she's supposed to, that means evidently the man wasn't doing what he's supposed to do. So if the man ain't doing what he's supposed to do, what the woman gonna do?
True. True.
My point exactly. So
True.
it works both ways. But all men, I do know some men that that held their woman down, this and this and this and that. But let me ask you this question, since you threw that out there. You know what I mean? Now, what about when a man out here doing this and doing that, but when he go in, y'all jump ship?
Talk about it.
No, that's a good point. But I'm gonna tell you something. It's the same thing like what you say. A
Okay,
lot
shoot
of
your shot.
men,
I'm listening.
especially when they get money, they look for a certain type of chick, right?
Right,
They don't
right.
necessarily be the chick that you wife. They be the chick that's with the fat ass, the chick that's popping, the chick that make you as whatever type of dude you are feel comfortable because you got a bad bitch on your side. But that don't mean that morally that she's the right one. So whatever reason you bring her in is the reason she's there. If you getting a lot of money and this is the type of chick, when the money stops because a dude got to go in and do a bid, the bitch stops whatever she was doing. And a lot of these chicks in these clubs, these bartenders, these is the type of chicks that dudes is going and wifing up. Then they get caught up and they like, oh, what happened? What you mean what happened? You already knew. You thought you was special, but this is what these girls do. They make a career out of this. So if you have a wife, every now and then you do got chicks who flip the script, but chicks be down for they dudes on a different level.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, you got a real woman, she will hold you down. I got friends right now. She waited 15 years for her man. Never been with nobody else. He come home, what he do? He running around crazy. Not
Hold up. Stop.
Okay, check that, Mo. Check that.
Stop the press
Check
right there.
that.
Let's stop right there. Let's stop.
All right.
So you mean to tell me that she didn't do nothing?
She didn't do nothing.
Oh, that's what she told you.
She didn't do nothing. But let me tell you something.
Is that what she told you?
It's not about what you do. It's about how you bid.
And I'm glad that you spoke on that, because when you do, if you got a woman and if she doing whatever she doing, if she putting cover over herself, that's cool.
That's
because it's not out in the public.
Right.
Because whatever you don't know, that's not considered cheating.
You don't know what you don't know.
Right. So if she put some cover over herself, I respect that. I'm gonna respect that. But all that about the 15 years that she ain't do nothing, so she ain't cheating. No, you can miss me with that one. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
I mean, from what I know, she didn't. She raised a son. She took care. And I know other females like that. I know women who really waited on it. They love these dudes so intensely that they will wait. It happens. And the problem is that a lot of dudes get in prison and they be like, oh man, they let other people get in their head, other people gas them up because of what your chick doing. Don't mean that's what your chick doing. You know what I mean? So you have to know your woman. You got to know that you can't be living a certain lifestyle and just rocking out with whoever. You have to pick your woman. You have to pick a ride or die.
Like I'm married, right? My wife held me down. You know what I mean? She held me down. Shout out to Big Moochie. Let me throw that out there.
Big Moochie, shout out.
We don't shout out to Moochie, because I don't need no bullshit. You feel me? Y'all know the play. Y'all know how y'all are. So a lot of times, when a lot of women, it's okay. We understand that y'all gonna do y'all thing while we away. We cool with that. We respect that. But don't forget about us.
No, that's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I agree.
Just don't forget about us. Like, mine's, she held me down. She did the damn thing.
So you can directly relate. You don't challenge, and you got your own exact scenario of what I was saying. Somebody held you down. Yeah.
See, I understand. Yes. I understand. I understand everything.
And let me tell you something else too. A real woman, like for example, my man, he got a certain reputation. If you really fuck with that man, you're not gonna let the world see him, because you lose a little bit of you can't control your household. You can't control the streets sometimes. You know what I mean? So your woman is supposed to know, like, she can't embarrass you. If my man is a boss, you got to move like a boss chick. You can't be running around.
I got a boss chick. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I got a top of the line boss.
This is what I'm saying. Question. This is what I'm saying. So the blame also falls on the man or the woman for picking that low-level person, thinking they're going to move like a high-level person. It doesn't work like that. When you pick your companion, you got to pick somebody who is on your level. You can't these dudes be falling in love with ass. They be falling in love with a look. They be falling in love. And half the time the ass be fake. So the bitch is fake too.
Because a lot of women with big butts think they the shit now.
Yeah, but I mean,
you got it good.
They feel as though they got a big butt, they got it good, but it ain't about that.
But that's because the men make them think that. You know what I mean? They make them think that these bitches is getting cribs and cars and don't have to put in no work. And you really don't know what somebody really means to you or what you mean to them until you fall down. You have to be tested.
Right.
You've been getting all this money, living this good life. Oh, that's my girl. And then things fall down. You don't know who this person is until you go through that adversity.
But see, I used to see. Hold up, Mo. That's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, like you said it. Dudes put up chicks and all that. You know what I'm saying? I had this house in every state, but I didn't put a chick in no house in every state. You understand
Smart.
what I'm saying? No,
Mm-hmm.
no. What I'm saying is because I wasn't insecure. You know, to
Right.
me, no disrespect. My assessment, brothers that's insecure, they want a little cute in the house. So when they come home, they can feel like they have everything: the
Right.
house, the white picket fence, the dog. You know,
Right.
and a beautiful chick. You know what I mean? Like how they got it, they ride the convertibles and got a blonde in it, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, probably before you was born. But that was the image they gave that you get a convertible, you get a blonde for a showpiece to go with the car. So you buy the car, you get the woman. So you get a lot of men that wasn't taught, you know, the game for real, that times get hard and you know who's on your side, you
But
know.
I agree with you. But you know what? We gotta also take responsibility in the people who we're with. When I used to talk to the girls locked up, and they're like, "Oh, my baby father's not holding me down." Oh, listen, Ma, he showed those characteristics before you came to prison.
Thank
I
you.
know there's something that he did that made you question his character before you came to prison. So don't act surprised. You know what I mean? People show you glimpses of who they are
But you ain't
before
want to
things
believe
go
it.
down. We just ignore them because that's not what we want to
Come on,
see,
Come
or
here.
that's not what we want
Shut
to
the door.
accept. But that's
Mhm.
not the way it go. Nobody just flips overnight. They showed you little pieces of who they really were. You just didn't want to see it, or you ignored it. You know?
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know what they call it, red flags. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Meaning, you know, dude say, man, my girl ain't no good. I can't believe she did that. Why? She done showed you 100 times before she was gonna do
She
it.
showed you before. She
You
showed you
know?
before.
And if you took it in like you were supposed to, you would already anticipated that and say, all right, and move on with your life and bounce in another direction. But when you put your energy into the wrong apple, you know what I mean? You know, that's what you're gonna get. So
Right. You going
it,
in the spots and you getting chicks that's working in the bar, that's flirting with men all day. You ain't special. You just got maybe a special bag, or you might have a certain stature, or you might even have a certain swag that she likes at that moment. But that don't make you special. Chicks are
mm,
professional. I was locked up for 10 years with these women. And if you knew the stories that I knew of how they play these men like fiddles, it would blow your mind. They are
mhm.
so conniving. I'm not even going to say they. I'm not gonna take myself. I'm a woman too.
But
You know
give
what
us
I
one.
mean?
Give us one. Give us one.
All right. Let me tell you this. For example, I know this one chick, and she was getting work um from one dude, her dude, right? But she had another dude. She was getting shit from him, and selling to the both of them. She fucking with the both of them. They both don't know what's going on, and she coming up in the middle, and got these niggas both gassed up, thinking that that's her man, and it's just crazy stories. I could go on for days. I know one girl. She was so dope. She was dressing like a. She was leading a pack. She was dressing like FBI agent. Her and her team, and they was robbing, you know what I'm saying, drug dealers. And
Mm,
the chicks that was giving them the jobs was chicks who they mad, they dude cheated on them, so now she want to pay him back. So she telling her about the drop, and they coming with the FBI truck, with the handcuffs, with the guns, with the badges, everything, and they running up on these dudes, getting all kinds of bricks, all kinds of money, looking like dirty cops, and getting away with it. And they didn't know what hit them, but it was their girl setting them up. I mean, these chicks have done some crazy, treacherous things, and a lot of these dudes still don't know to this day. These are stories sitting on the yard. We talking to each other, and I'm just like, wow, damn, bitches ain't shit.
get
You know
out
what
of
I
here.
mean? So don't underestimate women. A lot of times people are, oh, the girls is in prison. Oh, they fucking each other with dildo. Listen, it's way deeper than that.
Hmm.
These chicks
It's
are
strange.
extremely smart.
And it's strange
Hmm.
that you said that, right? And about the women prison, right? Because my wife done 5 years as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she done gave me some of the stories, about what go on in a women prison, and I always tell her like it's totally different from a
Oh,
man's prison.
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Totally different. But
Totally.
I get it, I understand. You know what I mean? So, I ain't gonna go into the stories she gave me, but I understand. I can dig it.
It ain't just the
Mm.
women too. It's a lot of men that do a lot of crazy shit that hide. I mean, I had one friend, and actually she was from DC, and her dude, she came home and her dude was with a dude. She was telling us the story. He was the man. Like these stories that you hear are sometimes like unbelievable of the facades and the lives that people live. People want you to see them one way, but they got a whole lot of shit with them, on the other side. And one thing I didn't do in prison was like I'll go to eat with a bunch of girls. As soon as they start talking about other chicks, I take my tray, I get up, and I move to the next table.
Is that
You know
right?
what I mean? Yeah, because I learned my lesson the hard way. I had a girl come venting to me one
Stay
time.
in your lane and mind your business.
Yeah, and then somebody came like, "Oh, you was talking about such and such." I hadn't said a word. I was just listening, and it almost got me into a bad situation. So after that, listen, I'm not into no gossip. I'm not into no bullshit. I'm here to do my time. I'm here to figure out what I'm gonna do when I get home to get my M's back. If you want some gossiping, talking shit all day, and that's what made me like my dude, because my dude told me, he said, "Listen, I ain't got time to talk about rap and LeBron James all day." You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
I'm gonna ask this. I mean, I'm sitting here looking, you thick, juicy. Don't tell me ain't nothing they push up on you. Tell us how they approached you when they tried you and how you told them you said you held out. Let me hear one of the stories how they
you mean
they
like
pick up line.
girls?
Huh?
You mean like girls?
Yeah, I'm talking about in the joint. Yeah, how the girls came at you in
Yeah.
the joint.
I
I know
mean,
they tried you.
of course. I mean, that's just the nature of prison and women. Women are mad, emotional, mad, seductive, mad, like codependent. That's just the nature of chicks. It just wasn't for me because number one, I observed first and it was just too crazy. They
And we know
crazy.
it's crazy, but we want to hear how they came at you. I want to hear a pickup line from a woman in prison. That's what I want to hear. That's what my homies want to hear.
It don't even be a pickup line. They might walk past you and just grab your hand. What's up, beautiful? What you do to get up in here? Like little shit like that. They want to be dudes so bad.
And
So
how do you
they,
react to that?
You
When
really
they
wanted to
grabbed your
know.
hand
You
and say,
really
"Get
wanted
over
to
here.
know
What
that,
you
huh,
doing,
Unique?
plump, beautiful?"
You really wanted
I'm
to know
good.
that, huh?
Huh?
You really wanted to know that, huh?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I want to know how. I mean, people want to know how they handling it. She said she went 10 years, so she had to shoot down a lot of shots. She ain't no ugly woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I was in there for a long time, and people got to kind of know who I was. So a lot of times they came in and they already know that's Ish. She in the library. She writing her books. That's Ish. I was just known for this. I was the snitch checker. So anytime somebody came in, and it wasn't even stuff they did on the outside, but it would be like, girls would go. The women, different than the men, tell everything.
I heard. I heard.
Everything. I don't know if it's because they want male validation, if they think it's gonna make, I don't know, but they tell
And
everything.
they openly do it too.
Yes. So I was always the one that was always checking somebody. You know what I mean? So I never really got in the beginning, but I didn't really get approached like that too much. Now I was the lookout. That was a little hustle for me. So
Ooh, well, tell how that
you
went.
know,
Hold on. How they approached you to be the lookout?
no, like I approached them. Like they looking for a spot. I see two girls, they walking around, they get with each other. I'm like, okay, that's a little bag right there. They trying to go off in the cut. But if you go off in the cut, you might get caught. So, for a book of stamps, I'm gonna look out.
The stamps, huh?
That's
Off
I'm
the
it,
gonna look
bro.
stamps,
out
huh?
Yeah.
and I'm gonna make sure that you got 20 minutes. I'm gonna make sure like if anybody come, I'll distract them. I'll ask them like, oh, I'm trying to go to the library. I'll do whatever I got to do to make sure that you got your time and you got to pay me for it. So I used to, look out and make sure that they could go do what they was gonna. I was involved indirectly.
Okay, okay.
I made dildos. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Well, tell us. No, we don't want to know how you made it though. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
let you
tell
go.
you.
We ain't got
I'm
enough
gonna tell
ladies
you.
over here.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how it was made.
No, we don't need to hear that.
Why?
I got more men over here that watch
So
this, and I'm not trying to hear how to try to make it
It's
a
girls. It's
little
not like
unique.
it's used on guys. It's girl.
You know what I mean?
Anything that
Now, wait.
girls do is for girls.
Uh,
You
no,
ask
but
me to give you the
I'm not.
details. Now
I'm
you
not
get
trying to teach my
scared.
brothers how to make it. No, sis.
No, but
You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
saying. I'm just telling you the ingenuity and the creativity of
No,
what
I
girls.
know the women's creative even come up with that. You know what I mean? Believe that. You know what I mean? But I don't want to see a plastic one. There's somebody trying to make one out of something. You know what I mean? Not when I'm blessed to have my own that I love.
Well, anyway, it wasn't none in there, so that's all they had. So it was a hot
All
commodity.
right.
Okay.
But I always got mine, so I definitely don't need to know how somebody trying to make me.
Well, that is very good to know.
You know what I mean? I mean, no disrespect. I mean, whoever's hurt and they didn't get to hear how the building joined my bag, no homo, but I'm not dead. But anyway, but, I really enjoyed you. We've been on here an hour. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk after this about you coming back because there's a whole lot. I like it. I think the vibe was good, and I think they got a lot of information out of it. I read the comments, and they're enjoying it, they laughing. It's entertainment. You know what I mean? And at the
Yeah,
same time, we giving them tools that hope so you don't have to put yourself in that situation by not breaking the law. to go to jail to have to experience what we're talking about.
No, that's a fact. And I can tell that larrymo, you know, he got good energy. He's a stand-up dude. I know you wouldn't bring him on the show if he wasn't. It
Straight
resonates
man,
when you speak. You know what I mean? So,
you know.
it's a pleasure being on here with both of y'all.
Thank you.
And
Likewise. Likewise.
thank you.
Thank you.
You
And
know.
make sure y'all check out my special. It's on BET, American Gangster. I'm episode number 6. You can see my whole story. You know, it was definitely a banger. 20 million views and still counting. And working on this new VH1 kind of similar series. So y'all just, spread the word, and I appreciate if y'all would support me, bringing awareness to mass incarceration and all that.
That's what the whole thing is about, man. So, like I said, don't think nobody glamorizing or whatever. I like to hear the freak talk how the women got down in jail, and I loved that I was making all that money buying cars.
Yeah, it was.
But
It
at
was.
the
It
end of
was
the
a
day,
good.
man, 26 years in prison wasn't worth it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Oh
I'm
man,
gonna keep
yeah.
going. You know what I mean? Like I got one of my videos on the channel with me, my son, and little Braylon. You know what I mean? Asia's son. Down in Tampa, it's on the joint, and I showed how this kid was like 7 years old. You know what I mean? When I got locked up, he was 7 years old now. My son was 7 then. So while I'm talking to him, I had my son walk up to show them the time that I lost. Because now my son is a 35-year-old man.
wow.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's the time that I lost from my bad decisions in my youth. So that's why this is being done to tell you not to do it. You understand? But you have to know who we are, what we've been through in order to understand and know that we qualified to tell you it's not worth it. Because sister tell you it's not worth it. She said she made 10 million in 10 months, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you did 10 years for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so imagine what you could have made in 10 years if you'd have took it a little slower and down the right path. You
Well,
understand
to
what I'm
be
saying?
honest, I probably wouldn't have made the 10 mil the way I made it. It's a give and take. There's
Yeah.
fast money, but there's risk involved. And then you have the
Exactly.
slower money, you don't make as much, but you get to
Well,
keep your freedom.
but you
So
probably didn't even get to spend the 10 million. You know what I mean?
no,
Or
I
whatever.
didn't.
Because they probably wanted their money back in order to give you whatever deal and some more trash. You know they do. So I mean, at the end of the day, was it worth it?
No, it wasn't. You can't get your time. And as a woman, I went in, I was 25 years old when I went in. I'm 37 right now. I don't have any children.
You see what I'm
You know what
saying?
I mean? So it's like as a
Oh,
girl,
you good and backed up then. Somebody gonna have fun. Oh, she good and backed up 10 years with and still ain't got no man. Come on,
no,
man.
I got a man.
No, I know you got a man, but he
You
ain't
know,
breed you. That's the Jamaican talk. He haven't impregnated you yet. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So I
I ain't
mean,
been
you
home
still
that
fresh
long.
and right.
I
Tell
haven't
him
been home
God
that
bless him.
long. So,
Hey, I think he's stalling it out to make it a little longer because he know you want it. So
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a situation going on right now where he's a felon, I'm a felon, and now I'm having an issue with probation because they saying two felons can't be together. So, you know how it goes when you on probation now. They saying, "Oh, you deal with a felon." That's borderline violation. So I clap back at them like, listen, y'all lock up all our men. Most of
yeah,
the men I meet, they're felons.
yeah,
So the pickings are slim. So they not trying to hear that. So I'm actually working with someone who's running for office right now to try to get that changed because it's really not fair, especially for African Americans. Because the statistics is crazy.
yeah, yeah. Man. We're gonna close out, but Aisha, we definitely gonna bring you back. Maybe next week is a whole lot more that I'm sure
Yeah,
We
that you
gotta
would
man.
like
talk
to
about
share.
my new
It was.
video going at 6ix9ine and Nicki. We gotta talk about that. So
Say it again.
we gotta talk about my new video that's out where I said something about 6ix9ine, Nicki, Akon. My sign
So you
posted
want
it.
to do that next week
We
when
can
we
do
got
that
more
next
time?
week. Absolutely,
All
absolutely.
right. So next week, because next week I got my lawyer Brittany Barnett coming up, and you'll love an intelligent woman. Y'all would do great together. You know what I mean? And but Larry Moe, you want to check
Hey,
out, give a
unique.
shout
Bring
out to
Larry
anybody?
Moe back. I
Hey,
want to
unique.
know his opinion.
Yeah.
You hear you, Mel?
Thank you, man. It's nice meeting you, Miss Hall. Hey, unique. I got a man that's been wanting to say something to you, man. Hold on.
What's happening, man?
What's up, family?
Hey, what's up, man? I just want to commend you, man, for your strengths that you're putting out here. You did. You got the beautiful lady right here, Miss Hall. Speaking her, her struggles, and how she, overcame her, her situations. I just want to say, man, continue, man, to keep pushing forward, and we wish you the best, big guy. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you, family.
It's been
You
like
know.
it's been a minute. It's been like what 10 years since I last seen you. You know what I mean? So man, I just like wanna wish you the best. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, baby.
Because men like us, man, you know, like they say, man, tough men outlast rough times. You did,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that you overcame your struggles, man. You was able to get back out here. I see you got a movement. You know what I mean? Basically, ain't a movement; it's a lifestyle.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So, man, you continue to do what you do, bro. And we know you got all the good men that's
Mm.
solid. You know what I mean?
All right.
Solid. You know what I mean?
You
When I say
already know.
solid, you already know what's happening. You
Huh.
did. So I just wanna man, just say, man, thank you, man, and
Mm.
we bless you, man. You know what I'm saying? But
You're
in the
welcome,
day,
big
man,
bro.
we can't forget about them good men, bro. We can't
Never
leave no
that.
man
Big
behind.
shout
You
out to
know,
Man, La La. You know what
right?
I mean? We
Ain't no
got men in there. Amir from Eport Posse. You
ain't no
know,
question.
Corey from Eport Posse. I can name that names all night.
Ain't no question. Hey, unique, check this out, bro. We gotta always respect the man. You know what I mean? Because everybody, they was in a fight, but every time they just got a different round than everybody else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I wanna just shout out, dudes like Boy George, Anton White, my big homie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some of your men, Homicide Lou.
Reggie
You know what
Mack.
I mean? Reggie Mack, all the good men. You know what I mean? Some good. It's a lot of dynamite men. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's honoring your approach, how you giving back to society. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So at the end of the day, man, we just got to get these youngsters and teach them not to go the way we go. You know what I mean? I say,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? When I say that, I say this, man. You know what I mean? We misled them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's our turn to break, to basically like more so bring them to a new transition, man. We can
Mm-hmm.
we can commit to that transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the sister Miss Williams, you dig what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Miss Hall, you know what I'm saying? She got a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? And her struggles, her 10 years in. You know what I mean? I'm saying, man. That's like, man. It's no difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She went through some things just like we all went through some things. But in the day, them people ain't break us from smiling.
Huh.
You dig what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like you, bruh. Nobody never thought you was gonna make it back out. But
You
look where you
already
at
know.
now. Look at you. You got your head tilted. You know what I'm saying? You smiling.
You know what I mean?
You still got that same smile.
Huh?
Come on, son. That's what got me out the joint.
You got a little bigger
You
now.
know?
You know what I mean? You got a little bigger now, but it's all right. You know what I mean? But we wish you the best out here, man. We're in DC, bruh. And we love you out here, bruh. You know what I'm
All right.
saying?
I
Me
love
too. You
y'all, man, and
represent,
thank you.
yeah,
You know,
you
I appreciate
representing the
y'all.
cause, bruh. We love you,
Uh,
man.
Hey
all
Nick,
right.
and I like to give a special shout out.
Go ahead, big
You
bro.
feel me? To Miss Hall for I like it for your struggles. You did the damn thing.
Oh, there you
You
go.
did that.
Thank
You
you.
did that.
Thank you.
You did your time and you did something wisely with it. And I tip my hat to you. You know
Thank
what I
you.
mean? And I close, man. I just like to shout out. I'd like to shout out wifey, Big Moochie. What's
I
up,
want to
Moochie?
All
shout
right.
her out
And
for being a
I
real
like
one.
to
Shout
shout
out
out
to her.
the men that's that's been gone for a while that a lot of people don't speak about. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of men that's that's behind the walls that that haven't been forgotten. We got Anton White. We got
Oh, tell
Reggie
them about it.
Mack. You got Mario. These, and there's a few other stand-up good men that's in the city. You know what I mean? You got different guys you know,
The joint freezing up.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's freezing
yo.
up.
Yo, so we get ready to now. Uh, Yo, Big Mo, thank you, baby. Your joint froze up. We be up here long enough. I'm trying to tap out. Got to give Aisha the floor. Okay. I really enjoyed you coming because I wanted to bring a woman on here. And thank God No
A
disrespect.
few other good people, man. So you
It
know,
wasn't a stud. You know what I mean? And it's a
you
beautiful
got
boy. All right. You
Hey,
you
know?
hey,
got me.
look,
Come on up
Go ahead,
top.
finish up,
Why
Mo.
you out here? You
closing
gotta
out to
come.
what Mo
I'm
said.
coming up to the city, man.
There's a bar in my song that
Nah.
I just dropped, and I said
Tell
snitching.
you,
I can't believe that it's a trend. It's good men that's never coming home again. So, I'm acknowledging that, and I'm trying to bring awareness to that because too many of us is doing too much time and life sentences and crazy long years for non-violent offenses and for just trying to make money. You know what I mean? So it's important that, it's like my mission in life is to bring awareness to that because I didn't even know it was that bad until I got there. People just, I'm like, you doing life? You doing what? For what? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's important. These forums are important to educate people so they understand what's really going on in this country. It's slavery. We could talk about our stories, we could laugh at different stuff, but it's really a serious matter, you know. And it's PTSD afterwards and trying to figure out your life afterwards and they stalking you afterwards and waiting for you to slip up the easiest little thing you back behind. It's a lot. We deal with a lot as a people and then we deal with a lot as a people and as ex-felons. So, this
I
is
agree.
important.
Okay, okay. Hey, Mo, you want to say something before we tune out? I got another shout out. You good? Oh, see, he freezing up again. Uh, okay, Aisha, thank you. I really enjoyed this. And being that me and you just met, I'm gonna tell you who I am, along with all the people that's looking that don't know, that's gonna look, that's gonna know. You know what I mean? I'm a leader. I'm a boss. You know what I mean? I'm a trendsetter. You know, and I'm a mountain rider,
It
and I'm a
shows.
mountain
It
creator.
shows.
You know what I mean? We
Mm-hmm.
both got the same name. My name is Unique Hall. You know what I mean? I'm related to Marcus Garvey. You from Yard, me from Yard. You know what I said?
That's right.
But just so everybody know, we starting this. I just started this. Now somebody else gonna run out trying to do what I'm doing. But just don't forget, I'm putting it on tape. I did this first. Because there's gonna be many other firsts that I create when y'all start biting my movement. You know what I mean? But now we're doing an official prison talk. Beautiful young lady. Please don't ask me to bring a stud unless she bring her. You know what I mean? But I ain't trying to be up here with no stud by myself.
I got a good one for you too if you want.
As long as she with you. Come on, G. You know? Yeah. You follow me?
She a real one. She a real one.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about it and see what we're gonna do for next week. Cause next week we're gonna have Brittany up there, so we'll talk a little further how we're gonna go
Okay.
about it. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
All right.
All right. Enjoy your night.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
All right.
All right.
Bye bye.
Good night. Okay. Big shout out to DC. You know what I mean, for coming through. For Aisha for coming through. You know what I mean? I really appreciate y'all. I've been on here long enough, so I'm just gonna tune up real quick, wrap it up. You know what I mean? Say bye to my homie Larry Mo one more time. Larry Mo, thank you, big bro. You know what I mean? You gave some good jewels. I fell back and I let you do the talking with the beautiful Aisha because you the guest. Me and her will have more time together one on one. It was a beautiful day. You know what I mean? And I think that they got something out to show, man. Let's hope we at least save one youth today, male or female. You know what I mean? Right or wrong, big bro? Huh? Oh, I gotta get his mic. His mic messed up. Anyway, no, the mic messed
Yeah,
up.
I hear you.
Oh, there you
You
go.
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
You
now.
hear me? Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, man, in a big way, man.
Hey,
Probably later, man, we can go, more into, dialect, more in dialogue about a few other, important things. You know what I mean?
We love you, Slim.
you already know, family. Hey, y'all might jump in the
Ain't no
whip and
secret.
come
We
down
love
there
you
and
out
bring the
here,
show
man.
down there and let them see the town, son.
Keep pushing
You
that
know what I
movement.
mean?
Like I said, ain't
When,
a movement, it's a lifestyle, bro.
when you gonna do that?
You know what I mean? Real soon,
When you
Pat.
gonna
Maybe
make?
before Thanksgiving. Before Corey don't have it, they pronounce it kick into her. I'm slide down there and we're gonna do
Love
a
you,
little
Sean.
live joint out there, man.
I see you tomorrow, man.
All right,
All right?
we could definitely do that, man. All right,
All
man,
right.
we definitely can do that, man.
All right.
All right,
I
much
love you,
love,
man. Get
much
the homies
love
my love,
always,
man.
man.
Tell
All
that
right,
phone to call me. All right.
all right,
Big
I'll
shout
make
out to
sure I
Man
do that.
Man.
I'll make
Hold
sure I do that.
up, Two Trey, Whack, Mo Style. We forgot the big homies that we deal with every day, but we was dealing with all the homies that's on the inside. Two Trey is Denon
Yeah,
Kit that was
yeah,
here the other
yeah,
day. We got Big Day Wack. All right.
yeah. You know the big homies inside. You know they definitely gonna get the shout out. You know what I
Oh, you
mean?
already know. You know how
You
we
know
do.
that's
Big
how.
shout
That's
out to
yeah,
Lala.
yeah, yeah,
All right. One.
yeah. That's
All right. So we getting ready to go, man. Been up here long enough. Hope you all enjoyed the show and everything is all right. You know what I mean? So we're going to take the ticker off. You know what I mean? Thank you all for tuning in. And, God bless you end of the night, man. Yo, you know what time this is. Unique, the Harlem legend, the icon, the kingpin. Make sure y'all check out my YouTube channel at Unique Mecca Audio. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like my joints. Make sure you comment on the joints. And make sure you share this joint. All right? Make sure you hit the notification button so you notify when the videos come in. You don't want to miss it. And make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that Unique Mecca Audio got it going on. Alright. Hey, make sure you get this joint. It's bananas. A Roaring Harlem at aroaringharlem.com. You ain't gonna find another better book. Yo, get this joint while supplies last, because I'm telling you, the best book you're gonna read, 5 stars, it's crack.